Hello, passionate Celtic fans. As we dive straight into the latest from Parkhead, it's clear that we are heading into a crucial period for the team. Tomorrow night brings a tricky trip to Motherwell, and immediately after that, the high-stakes derby on Saturday. These are not just games, they are tests that could shape how people see Wilfried Nancy as our manager. If he manages to secure victories in both matches, it could really cement his place in the hearts of fans and show that he has what it takes to steer Celtic forward. On the other hand, a slip in even one of those games could amplify the doubts that some supporters still hold. There's a palpable tension in the air, a mixture of nervous anticipation and excitement, because these matches offer the team a chance to really demonstrate their capabilities. It's the kind of challenge that can bring the best out of players if they rise to the occasion. Looking back at last Saturday against Livingston, defensive lapses were glaring and highlighted a key area that Nancy will want to tighten up. Conceding goals from sloppy mistakes is something that can and must be addressed, especially as the opposition gets stronger. The team's approach has become more open under Nancy, which some see as risky, but it's also leading to a more attacking style that has created numerous chances. Numbers back this up when you take a look at league games under different managers this season. Under Brendan Rodgers, Celtic averaged just over 1 goal per game in the league, which was distinctly low. When Martin O'Neill took over, the average rose to just under 2.5 goals per game, a notable improvement. Nancy's side has kept a similar level of goal scoring, averaging a little over 2 goals per match, showing that the attacking output has remained strong while the style has evolved. However, it is defensively where things have shifted more noticeably. Goals conceded under Rodgers were under 1 per game, while O'Neill's teams were remarkably tight at the back, allowing just 1 goal in 5 league matches. Nancy's side has conceded closer to 2 goals per game on average, which is certainly a concern for fans who fear the team is too exposed. That said, looking at expected goals, or XG, which measures the quality of chances created and allowed rather than just actual goals, provides an interesting perspective. Celtic are generating significantly more high-quality chances under Nancy than previously, with an average XG of well over 3 per match, far higher than under either Rodgers or O'Neill. Meanwhile, XG against has risen only marginally, suggesting that while more goals have gone in against us, the team hasn't necessarily been giving up substantially better chances. It implies that some of the goals conceded have been a bit unlucky or have come from exceptional finishes by the opposition. The difference between XG for and against has actually improved under Nancy, indicating that in terms of creating opportunities and controlling the attacking side of play, the team is more dominant than it has been for some time. One has to consider that Nancy's approach is still very much in its early stages. The squad itself is largely new to his system, and there is a learning curve for players adjusting to his style. Observations from Nancy's time in Montreal suggest he values methodical build-up, precise timing, and controlled possession rather than chaos or frenetic rushes forward. He wants the team to dictate the pace, make measured decisions, and know when to speed things up or slow things down. That philosophy explains some of the open play we've seen. It's less about recklessness and more about learning to balance pressing forward with maintaining control. His comments after games reflect this desire for control. He emphasized that the team needs to manage games more intelligently, deciding when to attack quickly and when to maintain possession in the opposition half to conserve energy for the next fixture. The goal is to avoid a panicked play reduce errors, and maximize the chances created. Taking a closer look at recent matches, many of the goals conceded stemmed from individual mistakes rather than systemic failings. For example, against Livingston, Kieran Tierney's misplaced crossfield pass led directly to one of the goals, and in another instance, defensive players misjudged positioning. These are issues that can improve as players become more comfortable within Nancy's system. Familiarity with positioning, decision-making in the final third, and coordination among the backline are all factors that should stabilize as the squad adapts. We have seen similar trends with other teams under Nancy, where defensive organization improved with time as players settled into his preferred formations and strategies. As a result, while conceding goals remains a concern, the underlying statistics suggest that the team is creating more and better chances and is not necessarily as defensively vulnerable as raw results might indicate. Going into the upcoming fixtures, Motherwell represents a significant challenge. Their strong home form and impressive defensive record show that breaking them down will be far from straightforward. Celtic's attacking improvements will be tested, and it will be a real opportunity to see if the team can implement Nancy's vision effectively under pressure. A win here would not just be valuable in terms of points, but would also show that the team can adapt and succeed against disciplined opposition. In terms of player acquisitions, there is some chatter around Hibernian's Josh Mulligan and other potential signings who could fit into Nancy's system, particularly in roles that strengthen defensive solidity without compromising attacking intent. While January may bring opportunities to bring in reinforcements, the key at this stage is to see the existing squad continue to grow into Nancy's philosophy. Time, experience, and familiarity with the system are going to be crucial in shaping how these next games unfold. The upcoming derby adds another layer of intensity where the pressure is high and the stakes are immense. Nancy's ability to balance attacking ambition with defensive control will be put to the ultimate test. Supporters should expect a team that continues to evolve with moments of brilliance in attack and gradual improvement in organization at the back. Mistakes will happen, but over time, the trend should be toward greater cohesion and consistency. With Motherwell's robust form and the derby looming, this is the perfect chance for Celtic to demonstrate resilience, tactical awareness, and adaptability. Fans should take heart from the attacking output and the growing influence of Nancy's philosophy, knowing that with each match, the squad is learning, adapting, and becoming more comfortable in a style that prioritizes both control and creativity. Every game is a stepping stone, and these fixtures will provide a real insight into how Nancy's methods are taking root, how players respond under pressure, and how the balance between attacking fluidity and defensive discipline is being managed. While concerns remain, particularly around defensive vulnerabilities, the underlying progress in chance creation, XG dominance, and control of possession suggests that the team is on an upward trajectory, capable of taking the next step with the right focus, effort, and tactical application. Looking ahead to the next few days, Celtic fans are right to feel a mix of excitement and nerves. Motherwell have been impressive this season, particularly at home, where they have picked up the majority of their points. Their defensive solidity is striking, and despite losing narrowly to Rangers last weekend, they had gone over 700 minutes without conceding before that goal. It is a record that shows discipline, organization, and a system that works. Breaking them down will require patience, creativity, and precise execution from our attackers. And this is where Wilfried Nancy's philosophy really comes into play. He wants the team to dictate the rhythm of the game, to know when to probe patiently and when to accelerate attacks. This means that players need to read the game, anticipate movements, and make intelligent choices in possession, rather than relying on sporadic bursts of individual skill. It's a subtle difference, but it is what separates a side that merely plays open football from a side that plays with calculated aggression and controlled tempo. In recent matches, we have seen glimpses of both. There have been moments of chaos, yes, but also sequences where Celtic's movement and ball retention have been excellent. The players are learning the balance, and it is vital that they continue to adapt. The defensive lapses, while concerning, are often a result of inexperience in the system rather than a fundamental flaw. For instance, errors in positioning, hesitation in pressing, and mistimed tackles have contributed to goals against. As players grow more accustomed to Nancy's instructions, these mistakes are likely to decrease. Learning the spacing, timing, and situational awareness required to implement Nancy's style takes time, particularly when the squad includes many new faces. The idea is not to panic and overhaul the approach, but to reinforce it with proper coaching, repetition, and player understanding. Fans may feel anxious seeing 2 or more goals conceded in a match, but when you examine the underlying numbers, the chances allowed are not dramatically higher than under previous managers. Often, the goals that slip through are extraordinary finishes by the opposition or moments of individual misjudgment, which could happen to any team. What is promising is the attacking output. The team is generating far more high-quality chances under Nancy than they did previously, which shows that the philosophy is effective in terms of creating opportunities. The onus is on the players to convert these chances consistently while improving concentration and organization at the back. Nancy's comments indicate that he is acutely aware of these issues. He has repeatedly stressed the importance of control, patience, and precision in building attacks and defending effectively. He wants his side to make calculated decisions, not to be drawn into frantic or reactive football. This approach, while slower to take effect, has the potential to create a more balanced team capable of dominating games both offensively and defensively. The upcoming Motherwell match will provide an excellent test of how far the squad has come in adapting to this style. Breaking down a team with a strong defensive record requires patience, intelligent movement, and clinical finishing. It is an opportunity for Celtic's attackers to demonstrate their quality, for the midfield to dictate the game, and for the defense to show that they can maintain structure under pressure. The stakes are high, but these are precisely the conditions that allow a team to grow and evolve. Every match is a learning opportunity, and the players must take lessons from past mistakes while building on what has worked. Another critical factor is squad rotation and fitness. Nancy has indicated that conserving energy and maintaining freshness for consecutive games is vital. With the derby following immediately after Motherwell, careful management of players' workload will be necessary. The physical and mental demands of high-intensity matches can affect performance, particularly in a congested schedule, so smart rotation, tactical substitutions, and recovery strategies will all be crucial. Supporters should expect a team that is evolving with each match, improving understanding of Nancy's system and gaining confidence in executing it. Mistakes will occur, but over time, cohesion should increase. defensive errors should diminish, and attacking movements should become more fluid and effective. The style Nancy is implementing may seem chaotic at first glance, but it is underpinned by a clear method. He prioritizes possession, intelligent build-up, and controlled pressing, which, when executed properly, can lead to dominance in both halves of the pitch. Observing the patterns of play, it is evident that the team is starting to internalize these concepts. The attacking players are making runs at the right moments. The midfielders are finding spaces to receive and distribute effectively, and the defense is learning to anticipate threats more accurately. This process of adaptation is ongoing, and fans should temper their expectations accordingly. Regarding potential signings, speculation around players like Josh Mulligan and David Watson suggests that the club is mindful of reinforcing areas that align with Nancy's tactical vision. Bringing in players who understand or can quickly adapt to this system will be essential in improving both defensive solidity and attacking efficiency. While immediate changes in January may be limited, the club's long-term planning seems focused on equipping Nancy with the tools he needs to succeed. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. Whispers around the Scottish Premiership are reaching fever pitch as rumours swirl of a potential seismic move from Celtic. Sources close to the club claim that the boys are preparing a mega offer to land Nigerian striker Akor Adams, the forward, who has been turning heads with his pace, strength, and clinical finishing in recent seasons. While Celtic have never been shy in the transfer market, this potential swoop could signal a bold intent to dominate not only domestically, but on the European stage. Akor Adams, whose stock has been rising steadily, has reportedly been on the radar of several European outfits. Yet insiders suggest that the Celtic board are willing to match and perhaps exceed any offers on the table. The striker's ability to lead the line, link up play, and terrorize defenses has made him a coveted asset, and the boys appear determined to bring that firepower to Parkhead. If the deal goes through, it would represent one of the most ambitious signings in recent Celtic history, underlining manager Ange Postecoglou's stated desire to build a squad capable of challenging in the Champions League and maintaining their domestic dominance. Fans are already abuzz, with social media filling with speculation over how Adams would fit into Celtic's system. Would he be paired with existing forwards to create a lethal strike partnership, or be given the reins as the focal point of attack? Questions abound, but the excitement is undeniable. The club's recruitment team are said to be moving swiftly, aware that hesitation could see their target slip through their fingers to rivals in Scotland or further afield. While no official confirmation has been made, insiders hint that discussions have advanced to a serious stage, with only minor contractual details left to finalize. If Celtic do land Adams, it would not just be a statement of intent. It could redefine the balance of power in Scottish football for years to come. Supporters are bracing themselves for what could be a historic addition, one capable of transforming the boys' attacking ambitions into reality. The coming days promise to be intense, with every tweet and press whisper dissected for clues. One thing is certain: Celtic's appetite for talent shows no sign of slowing, and Akor Adams could be the next big name to don the famous green and white hoops. Hello, fan. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as It means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.